Hey guys, it's Katie at scrappinkaty.ctmh.com, and let's take a look at a cute little note card featuring the January 2022 Stamp of the Month, Sweet Little Things.
For this card, I'm going to be using some brand new products out of the January-February catalog. I'm going to be using the Sweet as Honey paper collection, this particular pattern paper. I will link the catalog walkthrough that I did, and you can take a look at all the patterns in this paper packet. Super cute. And so you'll need a 4.5 by 8 piece of pattern paper, and I'm going to be cutting on this hexagon side. And then I have a 1 by 8, just the back side of this hexagon are these cute little bees. And then you need a 2 by 2. This is French vanilla, so it's not really white. It's kind of like an off-white or a colonial white if you're used to Close to My Heart a long time ago. And then I have a piece of shortbread, and this is 2 5/8 by 4, I believe. I'll leave the measurements down below. And I'm going to be using the light side. If you recall, our cardstock is the true color on one side and the light color on the other. And then the brand new product that I'm going to be using for the bulk of this card is our scalloped note card thin cuts. And so you get the base of the note card, you get that belly band, and then you get 2 shapes that you can stamp a sentiment on, and we're going to be using the heart. And then I've got the Sweet Little Thing Stamp of the Month. And so this is an exclusive stamp set only during the month of January. If you are a VIP, you get it free with a $50 order. Or if you're not a VIP for whatever reason and do not want to become one, you can get it for $5 with your $50 order. I'll leave all the VIP information down below so you can check that out and see all the benefits of becoming one. So off camera, I'm going to run these through my die cut machine. I need this base, this belly band, and for today's card, I'm going to be using the heart shape die cut. So I have those cut, and again, it cuts the outside. It goes ahead and cuts these little stitch marks, and then it scores where you are to fold it. And this is smaller than an A2 size card. So these are also going to make perfect little Valentine gifts using our new Smitten special. So there you go. You just fold along the score lines. Same thing with this belly band. You can see a little score line there. You just want to make sure that when you fold it, you want to make sure that it's really straight. Such a thin piece of paper that even though it has the score lines, it's really easy to get crooked. So we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and actually glue that down or adhere that down. And the way this belly band works is it's folded a little bit larger than the note card, so you can adhere it together, and then you just slip it on like a belly band, and it makes it really easy to slip on and off. So now we're going to work on the inside of our card, and again, we're going to use the light side of shortbread. And then I've got the Sweet Little Things Stamp of the Month, and I'm going to be using this cute little bear image. Now I want him a little further to the right, much like scrapbooking. You don't want him just staring off into space here. So I am going to ink him up, and I'm using toffee ink for kind of a no-line coloring. So I'm going to ink him up and then stamp him right over here where his little foot is going off the piece of shortbread cardstock. And then I'm going to bring in a sticky note for some masking. So I'm going to try right there. And I definitely want these flowers. There's just some different types of flowers. There is a little image that actually is a little grouping of flowers, but I wanted these larger flowers. So I'm going to scoot that over, and it does not matter that I've got his little foot in there, because you're not going to be able to tell it's a foot. And then this is the image that I was talking about. It's a little grouping of flowers. I'm going to go ahead and ink it up and finish off this little piece. And then we are going to color it with some tri-blend markers. So to color this cute little bear, I have started out with some tri-blend markers. I am using muted brown for him, or actually red brown. You can see there, and I just like to color everything using the light end. If you're not familiar with tri-blend markers, they're actually 3 in 1. So you have a light end, a medium, and then a dark end. Right here, I'm using the dark, and I'm just going over basically the highlights or the lines of this cute little bear. And then I go back over everything with the light side. And you can see here that kind of takes a couple of times, but the more you use that light side, it's almost like a blender. Now, tri-blend markers do have an actual blender, but I find the light end of every marker actually blends it pretty nice. So this larger flower, I'm using Antique Pink, and then I'm coming back in with the medium. And then for that smaller flower, I'm using Gold Yellow. Again, starting with the light, and then I'll come back in with the medium, and then the dark will be the center of those flowers. And I went ahead and colored that little bee as well. Now for the leaves or the greenery of this image, I am using the dull green. Again, I started with the light. Here I'm coming in with the dark, and I'm going to go back in with the medium. And then I realized that I forgot a little yellow flower. So again, I'm going to color it. And then go ahead and finish off that belly of the bear. And then just add some darker brown and some white gel pen, not only to the bear, but also the center of all those flowers, just to kind of add some more interesting, I guess, little marks. So for the belly band, there is a heart, and I've inked up another one of the images from the January stamp of the month. And then I am just taking that Sundance ink and putting it all around the edge. And I'm going to do the same thing with the ink blending for that center panel with toffee ink and a mini blending tool. Okay, so the more and more I looked at it to break up the pattern on the front, I went ahead and I just cut the flap part using that scalloped Notecard thin cut and craft paper. And I was sure just to cut just a little bit past the score line. And then that's going to allow me to just adhere this onto the front and then wrap it around to the back. And then it's going to break up some of that hexagon pattern. And I'm just using a real strong adhesive. You can use that red tacky tape. This is just tear tape. Just something that's really strong. And then I'm going to put some liquid adhesive around the edges. So I'm just taking off the backing of that tear tape and then apply a liquid adhesive all around the edge of the scallop just to make sure it doesn't flip up. And the easiest thing to do is going to be to open this wide and get those scallops lined up. And then make sure that that is good and taut. And then we have our scalloped note card with this cute little belly band. I've also pulled some of the cork shapes from the Sweet as Honey, and I'm loving, they've got some hexagon shapes that sure would be cute, but I think I'm going to save those for some scrapbook layouts. You know, just here and there, highlight some of those hexagons. So on this one, I'm going to put some hearts. And I love that it also plays in with that craft paper that I added. Just kind of brings some more of that brown. And then of course, when you open the inside of the card, you've got that cute little bear that is colored with those tri-blend markers. And you've got some more brown there. So there is my cute little scalloped note card. Let's take a look once we open it. And we've got that cute little bear, and you definitely could write a sentiment in here or just a sweet short sentiment on the inside. Again, I will leave all the links down below to the products that I used, as well as that catalog walkthrough in case you want to look more in depth into the Sweetest Honey collection and everything that comes with it. And this is also part of a blog hop, so I will leave a link down to that blog hop so you can see lots and lots of artwork using the featured stamp of the month. Again, it's only available during the month of January. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching.